When you have recess equipment and you're playing with it and you're not handling it properly, that's not a good thing because you may break it or you may lose it, and it may cause your school not to let you use it for a while. So you should always take care of your recess equipment, whether it's a ball or a jump rope or a hula hoop. It's just really important because those are things that the school pays money for, and if you're not going to handle it properly, you may break it, and then your parents are going to have to pay for it, right? Or you may get it taken away. Hi everybody, it's Mena. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is the very first video that you're seeing of me, then welcome to my channel. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you didn't already. I post Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and today in this video I have a Knit With Me story time. As you can see, I'm knitting a project right here, and today's Knit With Me story time is going to be the time my whole class was banned from using recess equipment like balls, jump ropes, and hula hoops for a while because nobody took care of the equipment properly. So this is a story about how somehow my class was not taking care of the jump rope the school supplies, like the school recess supplies, I should say, properly. And then we all got our stuff taken away because, we were banned from using everything for a while just because we weren't taking care of it properly. Well, most of my classmates weren't taking care of it properly, and that's why we got it taken away. So this is a story just to teach you guys, if you're not going to handle your recess equipment properly, then you're going to get it taken away. And it's a good way to teach you to be more mindful of how you take care of recess equipment that the school pays for. Because when you break something, your parents are the ones that are going to have to pay for something for the school. And the school spends money on all that equipment for you guys to play with, so it's important to take good care of it. So I'm going to get started, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Funny, I made this clip before, but I got interrupted by a text message and I thought it was important, but it wasn't. It was just a junk sender. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. My friend is texting me right now. I'll have to answer that after the video. Anyway, so I'm going to get into the story. So this all started, I think, maybe about 24 years ago. I was in the 3rd grade. I was playing with my friend at recess, and we were playing jump rope. And we could never find a second person to hold the jump rope, so we had to tie it to a pole so we could play jump rope, and because we couldn't find anybody else in our class or friends that wanted to play jump rope with us, so we kept playing jump rope with each other. And sometimes we would have a group of kids join along, but because we were playing, it was just the two of us playing, and no one else wanted to play with us, we were switching back and forth and jumping on the jump rope. So then all of a sudden we see kids at our class throwing balls over the fence, and then I think a group of kids left a jump rope out, and some other kids were taking it. Some kids were fighting over a jump rope, so some of our recess equipment was not being handled properly. So my friend and I decided to untie the jump rope and hold it, so then nobody could because we didn't want anybody taking our jump rope. So people were forgetting the equipment and stuff. We actually, I think, saw a group of girls from our class that left the jump rope on the ground, and they left it where people could step on it and stuff, or left it where people could trip over it. And it was just not a good thing. So then all of a sudden the bell rings and we all go back inside. My friend and I bring the jump rope in that we were using, and we realized we only had one jump rope left. And my teacher ended up having to go out and get some of the recess equipment because some of the kids in our class left the recess equipment in the recess yard. So after we all walk in, my teacher is like, and she's pretty mad at the whole class, and she starts telling us,
I've noticed that some of you are not handling the recess equipment properly and blah, 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 blah. Stuff has been left out, stuff has been left on the ground, stuff blah, 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 blah. The school pays money for this equipment and you need to take care of it, yada, yada, yada.
So when my teacher says all this, we're all like, and we all keep kind of quiet just because we know we're all in trouble. And my friend and I, sorry, my friend is texting me. I'll have to answer her when I'm done. Anyway, so basically, my teacher starts telling the whole class that they're not handling the equipment properly because they're losing things. And I think we had a jump rope lost and stuff a couple weeks ago. And then some balls ended up getting thrown over the fence and stuff. And so when my teacher gets on us for this, she starts to tell us,
for a week, there will be no balls or jump ropes out at recess, blah, 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 until you can handle it properly and take care of the recess stuff.
so once my teacher says this, as my friend and I get mad at the rest of the class because nobody was taking care of the recess stuff because nobody was like putting it back and stuff. And we were getting mad because we got mad at them because most of the kids were losing all the balls in the classroom, or they were just like not playing with them properly, or some of the girls were just like leaving the jump ropes where people could take them and stuff. So a bunch of stuff was getting lost. So we didn't really have a lot of equipment to share in the classroom because everything was getting lost. So when recess started, when the next recess started, we had to leave all the recess equipment inside, and a bunch of the kids just went on the play structure because they were bored. My friend and I decided to try to find something to do. So we kind of like swung around the pole so we weren't bored. And then after we swung around the pole, we were kind of bored. And then we played on the play structure with the rest of our classmates. And we were kind of bummed because we couldn't play jump rope like we would always do. And we just couldn't have any of the recess equipment because nobody was taking care of. So we were like that, I think, for about a week, which kind of sucked, but it did teach us a valuable lesson that we need to take care of the recess equipment. Sorry, I'm getting so many texts from my friends right now. I'm gonna have to answer them after I'm done with my video. So anyway, so we couldn't play with the recess equipment, but we did make the best of it. But while we weren't allowed to play with the recess equipment at school, and we just had we still had fun, even despite the fact we couldn't play jump rope, couldn't play with any of the balls, couldn't play with hula hoops. We still had a pretty good time. Like we played tag, we played duck, duck, goose, we played on the play structure, and we all just had a really good time just hanging out and being so much fun. And then we just forgot all about the recess equipment and I think it was like that for maybe a week, and then after a week we had all learned our lesson to take much good care of the recess equipment, and we were finally allowed to play with it, and everybody took care of the recess equipment and nothing got lost or nothing was mistreated ever again, and we learned a valuable lesson to take care of the recess equipment because the school spends money on it. So the moral of the story is when you're playing with things like, let's say, a ball and a jump rope and they belong to your school and it belongs to the teacher in the classroom, you need to take good care of those kinds of things because you don't want them lost or damaged. And if they're lost or damaged, then the school's going to have to pay for them to get replaced, and you need to take really good care of your school's the equipment that your school spends money on because schools don't have a lot of money to replace the equipment that you want to play with. So you should always take care of it, don't lose it, and just make sure you play with it properly and not break anything, and just always make sure that you take good care of things you bring from your classroom, like let's say a ball or a jump rope, and you bring it back and you just take good care of it at recess. So that was the story about the time we got our recess equipment taken away. I hope you guys enjoyed the story. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So, excuse me.